I'm Owen, and welcome back to 5465 Podcast, where I'm going to explain why I think Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady ever was, and why in his position in his career, or him being Patrick Mahomes, is in a better spot than Brady was at that position. And let's get right into it. Although Brady has a 3-2 head-to-head record against Mahomes, Brady had much better teams, especially on the defensive end. In Brady's early career, he was impressive. Don't get me wrong, but his defense and squad around him made him look much, much better than he was, and helped him develop. On offense alone, he had guys like Randy Moss, Wes Welker, Gronk, Edelman, and Mike Evans. Though Edelman and Evans were later in his career. While Mahomes had Tyreek Hill and still has Travis Kelce, he didn't have the same firepower as Brady. Plus, Brady's defense was 10 times better his whole career. While Mahomes' defense ranked towards the bottom of the league, Mahomes also is arguably the most talented quarterback ever, along with Elway and Vic. And Vic might be in this conversation if he would have won some Super Bowls and didn't do the whole dog thing. But that's a different story. The only negative about Mahomes is he has an extremely obnoxious family. But football-wise, there are no flaws in his game. While Brady doesn't have as much sheer talent and arm talent, or the legs that Mahomes has, Mahomes' first 6 years, he had more yards, touchdowns, MVPs, Pro Bowls, first-team All-Pros, and had less interceptions. That just clearly shows why Mahomes is better than Brady. Just all those statistics, and Brady had guys, Mahomes, I believe the year he beat the Niners in the Super Bowl, his defense ranked 31st in the league. Brady never had to deal with that adversity and never had to deal with having a bad defense and having to carry an offense. His first 3 years, it was the defense that won him those Super Bowls, and all of them, they were low scoring besides the Panthers game. And even later in his career with the Patriots, the Rams Super Bowl was only 13 points. And the only high-scoring Super Bowl he really had was the one Giants Super Bowl and the Eagles Super Bowl, where he lost both of them. So Mahomes can win any shootout. Mahomes' only Super Bowl wins have come in shootouts, and put up 20-plus points against the Niners. And also just what he did against that Eagles defense all year has been dominant and dominating teams. What he did against that Eagles defense is incredible, on a bad ankle too. So that's like a Jordan flu game by itself, on a high ankle sprain, winning the Super Bowl. It's not talked about enough. And he should be getting the respect he deserves for that. And he lost the Super Bowl to Brady, and Brady was old, but that Buccaneers defense was dominant. Brady had great pieces around him, and Brady didn't do much that game. Brady actually kind of struggled. And Mahomes, if you look back, Mahomes was making all these incredible throws and doing everything he could. Just his receivers were struggling, his defense was getting scored on, and his own line completely fell apart. Brady never had that problem. Brady was blessed enough to be able to have a great situation coming in and a great coach. Not saying Andy Reid's not a great coach. Andy Reid's a great coach, but Belichick was just a better fit for Brady. And Mahomes came in already incredibly talented. Brady was a slow, not a crazy arm talent type guy. But that's all I really wanted to say. And thank you for watching this episode of 5465 Podcast. And have a good night. This episode of 5465 Podcast. Please check out the link in my bio to be able to check out my merchandise website with crew necks, t-shirts, and hoodies with the colors black, gray, indigo, white, and some green. Thank you for watching, and keep checking out every Sunday or Monday for a post.